Hi, I'm Patrick. This is Steven. That is Eric. Together we just got done playing Draftosaurus. I had to look at it because I was going to say it wrong. Draftosaurus at the Cloak and Blaster. Join us at the Cloak and Blaster for Draftosaurus. Steven, please tell us all about Draftosaurus. See, I screwed it up. Draftosaurus.
Draftosaurus. It's a very simple game. The main mechanism that you have going on here is drafting. And you're going to have a fistful of meeples, a fistful of dino meeples. They're really pretty well done. There's 6 different types. And you will draft them and you will put them in these different areas of your zoo. So the different pens that they can go in. And the person whose turn it is that is rolling the die can put them in any pen they want for any reason, but everybody else has to kind of obey the result of the die and put their dino meeple in one of the pins according to how the die was rolled. At the end of the game you score. Each of the pins has some different scoring way to score based on the pieces that you put in there, and a few of them, there's a simple side and a more advanced side, but a few of them are based on what your opponents have done in the game too, so there's some interaction there. But that's basically the idea behind Draftosaurus.
Eric, if you had to pick one thing you like the most.
One thing I like the most about this game, I like that the board is double-sided. Because it gives you variety because of how quick the game is. I mean, you know, the game's real snappy because it's only 12 pieces that you end up putting out on your board over the course of the game. So having that variety on both sides, and honestly, I could see myself playing both sides of the board because I didn't feel like, you know, the more complicated side was really all that much more complicated, and there were things that I liked on the one side and things that I liked on the other side, so I could see playing both. It's not like there was like a beginner version that you're never going to touch again.
You are a guy that seems like you'd like to go both ways, though.
I do like to go both ways.
Steven, if you had to pick one thing that you like the most about Draftosaurus.
Yeah, I like that it's kind of an introduction to the whole drafting mechanism. I mean, for me, Sushi Go Party was what I would pull out if I'm trying to introduce that to somebody, but I think this works in that situation as well. It's very approachable from a theme and the dino meeples, and it's very easy to teach, very straightforward. So just as a gateway game, I think it really clicks.
For me, it's fast. Plays really, really quickly, so if you don't know what you're doing in the beginning of the game, you're going to know by the end of the game because it is so fairly easy, and you're not upset because you can just start over again and flip Eric's board over and get going. Oh, I also like it because it comes with tons and tons of these cute little meeples. And for a game at this size where you've got, I would say, a fairly small price point for the amount of game that you get, you also get a bunch of cool little meeple tokens, or dinosaur meeple tokens.
Yeah, I mean there's 60 of them in the box and there's 6 different sculpts.
And to be honest with you, it's got a wooden die, and that looks like it's laser cut too, which is all pretty cool. So I've got a bunch of different reasons why I like it. Eric, if you had to pick one thing you like the least about it, I know that's going to be tough because there's really not much to dislike, I don't think.
I don't know, if I had to pick something I disliked, this game will make you really self-conscious if you have hot hands because you hold the pieces in fists, and when you pass them to your neighbors, they're going to go, oh my god, these pieces are hot. No, if I had to pick something that I really disliked about the game is that because it's solved by it being short, but it can be a little random because the pieces that come out of the bag and the way things go around. I mean, you pay a little attention to what's going on to your neighbors, but you could just get crap pieces to come out. But all things considered, I mean, all our scores were close both times we played the game, so.
I mean, that's how drafting works. Right?
That's fair.
You work with the hand you've been dealt, hand of dinosaurs you've been dealt.
If you had to pick one thing you like the least, Steven?
So the game supports 2 to 5 players. I really wish it had that 6th player in the box. I don't think it would be that hard. Just another board, maybe a few more dino meeples to support that. Personally, I bought, because the game was so inexpensive, I bought 2 copies, combined it in one box, and have my own little variant way to play with 2 sets from 8 or 10 people, because I think it really works even at higher player counts.
So that being said, drafting games usually suffer from problems with one player taking too long picking their stuff. This game doesn't seem like it's built in that way, but if you had 10 people playing, Do you feel like it would slow down too much, or maybe you would know already?
No, I mean, it's all kind of simultaneous drafting, right? So I don't think it slows down that much at all. You always can have that one person who takes way too long, but that could happen at 2 players as much as it could happen at 8 players.
That's true. But when it happens with 8 players and one person does it, you're freezing 8 people up. So that's one of the things I don't like about drafting games, but it didn't come up. I mean, we're not really, we're not slow pokey players anyway. But anyway, I am Patrick. That is Steven. That is Eric. Together we're Just Got Played. Thank you very, very much for watching us at the Cloak and Blaster.
Heck yeah. These pieces were neat.
Drafted.
Yeah. I like the Christmas tree boarding one for the points.
I feel like I want to go watch a Dino Zoo movie. Have they made any of those? Draftosaurus.
Draftosaurus Park.